Hello, YouTube family. We're back. We're coming today with part 2 of our video as far as finishing setting up our dialysis machine. So before we even get started, I just want to tell you all to please click on that arrow on your right hand side. That is where our medical disclaimer would be. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, left off in part 1, we were setting up the table. My wife was telling you all the things that we had to put on the table with the gauze, and the only thing we left out was the tape. It's 6 pieces and a couple strips, and so that's something else that we can also get to later on and maybe part 3 of a video. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and go to continuing setting up the machine. First of all, my wife had to hit that mute button twice in order to stop it from beeping, because that's when once it beeps, it's letting you know that it's ready to go ahead and do the next necessary steps. Okay, once she's done that, okay, she'll go ahead and she'll start. It's called snap and tap, and she'll start with the red clamp line. That is the arterial line. She'll snap and tap it. That's to make sure that we don't have any air within the lines. So that's what you see her doing right there. Then she'll go to the other side. She'll take, that is the dialyzer. She'll take that out. She'll shake that as well. And that is also to make sure that air is clear of that, and also the lines on that side. She hits it, then she primes it, let out a little fluid there, and then she clamps it. There's a blue clamp right up top there, as you see. Then she comes back over to the other side. Now she grabs the venous line, and she starts from at that cartridge and works her way back up towards the saline bag. And she's snapping and tapping that line to make sure that there's no air in that line as well. You have to do each line twice. So as you see, she's going back with the arterial line. She's snapping and tapping that one. And then she will go back around. After she thumps. Then she'll go back around to the dialyzer. She'll take it out of the dialyzer rack. She'll shake it up again, make sure that the air is clear in that. And she will place it back in the holder. And then she will come around and she will snap and tap the blue line, which is the venous. I'll try to go around it so you can see. Yeah. Okay. Once she's done with that, she will press stop. Then she will prime and clamp the saline T white clamp. So that is what she's doing right there. Can you show it, honey? Okay. Yep. There you go. So she'll go ahead and show it, please. There you go, honey. Yep. She's doing that, and then she'll clamp them. She'll also clamp the green dialysate line and also the white line as well. She'll clamp them both to make sure, because if you don't clamp them, you'll have fluid shooting out everywhere. So
yeah, that happens.
So you got to make sure you clamp those lines.
I get wet quite a bit.
So the white lines are called the saline lines, and the fluid inlet line that's the green line. So she attached the saline white clamp to the saline T white clamp. And those are the two she's already done that. And then now she's connecting the dialysate fluid inlet green line to the other dialysate green line. Okay. Now she's going to clamp and disconnect the waistline. Yep, just those. And then she'll go ahead and take those off, and she untangles them, because you know you don't want the lines to be tangled up when you're running. So she has to untangle
Without
as she
touching.
goes without touching the end, because everything has to be sterile, has to be clean. So she'll go ahead and connect the waistline and make sure she unclamps both of them, because when we run, they all have to be unclamped. Now she's going to clamp the red arterial and also the blue venous line. She's going to connect the bottom part of the hose and also the top. Now she's taking her syringes and she's going to connect them. As soon as she unclamps, because she wants to, you don't want to leave the end of those lines open. So she go ahead and she clamps it, and then she puts her connector onto her arterial line, so that's not exposed. So now, once again, she's just trying to make sure that everything is untangled. And now she's grabbing another syringe, and she's going to go ahead and clamp that to our venous line. She's going to do that pretty quick to make sure that that's not open. Then she's going to go ahead and make sure that that's all untangled real quick. And then she's going to go ahead and put that other venous line onto the end of the connector with the arterial line. And then we just hook it up there. And then one of the last steps is we have to draw the saline into the syringes. And that is for part 3 of a video that we may do a little later on. And we'll show you what we use these syringes for. But she has to do that, at least 2 of them. And then she'll take the other 2 syringes that we have here on the table, and she'll connect those 2 up. And she will also place these back into the bag, because we'll use these later for when I get ready to hook myself up to the machine. I need 2 syringes full of saline. I think it's to 7 milliliters. So that's what she's doing. And once she pulls that second one, we will be all set with setting up the machine. The only thing next that we will do, and that's something that we may show in part 3 of the video, is I will have to come over and put my prescription in. And that's something that I can show you all later. But that is it. That is part 2 of this video. We just wanted to show you all how we set up the machine. So it seems like a lot, but once you get in the habit of doing it, every day, it becomes pretty simple and easy for you. But that's what we wanted to show you all. This is just once again our journey and some of the things that we do, and me and my wife, we do it together, and I just love the fact that all the days that I may feel really tired or weak or whatever the case may be, she can step right in and do it. So it's always good to have a partner that can do this stuff with you, right, honey?
Yep. That's all I have to say is yep. Sorry if I went so fast. I'm so used to doing it because it becomes second nature after some time. But you still have to pay really close attention to what you're doing.
Yep.
So sorry if I was going a little bit fast.
It was good. Okay. So we just want to thank you all. We love you all. We appreciate you all. Continue to subscribe and check the channel out. To continue to hit that like button and share with people, because that's what we want to do. We want to encourage, uplift, and to educate. So we just want to thank you all. We love you all, and God bless.